best moments for the Broncos this year. This is your Denver Sports Daily for January 15th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
A little bit different today. The Broncos are over now. So what I want to do is I just want to talk about some of the best things that happened this year. This season was great and a complete success. The Broncos were in a rebuild year and still managed to make the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. And not only that, they finished with a 10-7 record, which is their first winning record in 8 years. It was amazing. It was great. Now, personally, I have 3 moments that are going to be in my head that I'll remember for most likely the rest of my life. I do have an honorable mention. Bo Nix catching a touchdown play against the Ravens on that Philly special. It's not often that you see a Philly special in the game, but when you do, it's special. Now, the Cortland Sutton threw a 50-50 ball to Bo Nix, and he elevated to grab the touchdown. Watching that live was insane. It was insane. You know, you got this rookie quarterback who obviously wants to make a name for himself, was an underdog most of his draft process and getting started with the Broncos. Nobody looked at him as a great player. So seeing him go up and say, you know what, I'm not only be a great quarterback, but I'll be a great receiver too, as one catch goes for a touchdown. It was amazing to watch. It really was. But number 3, Patrick Surtain's pick 6 against the Raiders. The Broncos were already trailing 10-3, and the Raiders had the ball at the 5-yard line, looking to score, make it 17-3 before the half. Didn't look good for the Broncos. Then PS2 made the defensive play of the year and picked it off. He ran that ball back and returned it for a 100-yard touchdown, totally changing the game, entirely changing the entire everything. It changed the entire game. It brought the Broncos back, got them a win against the Raiders. It was amazing. Patrick Surtain is already the best cornerback in the league. I'm going to say it right here, the best cornerback in the league. But seeing him do stuff like that really just cements him as one of the better players in the league, no matter what position they are. Really just cements him. It was an amazing play to watch. That's my number 3. Now, number 2, Marvin Mims' 4th down catch against the Bengals. The reason that this one is number 2 instead of number 1 is that the Broncos ended up losing in overtime. But down 7 with 14 seconds left, 4th down, the Broncos needed a miracle, and that miracle came in the form of Marvin Mims Jr. He mossed 2 defenders for a game-tying touchdown. Sure, again, the Broncos ended up blowing it in overtime, but it was still incredible to watch. That's the kind of clutch I was not expecting from not only Bo Nix, but Marvin Mims. This guy was also looked down upon. He was not a star, and now he's a Pro Bowler. Things like this really just make me look towards the future. I'm like, the Broncos may have their squad. They may have their squad right now. They really do. Marvin Mims has been incredible this whole season, and that catch was the most clutch catch I saw all season. Really was. Sure, like you look around the league, there are clutch catches every game, whatever. But that was incredible. He's just throwing it up there, and Marvin Mims, who's not tall, not very tall, not the most athletic defender. Sure, he's very athletic, or defender, receiver. Sure, he's athletic, but he's going up against 2 cornerbacks and coming down with a game-tying touchdown to send it to overtime. But my number one is Bo Nix's 93-yard touchdown to yet again Marvin Mims. Legitimately the best throw I've ever seen live. I still have no idea how Bo fit that ball perfectly into the gap of not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders. Perfectly. All Marvin Mims had to do was put his hands out and catch the ball. That's all that he had to do, and he did it. That's it. And then he ran it for 93 yards. The ball traveled in the air for 45 yards, something like that. It was some incredible number, and then ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Incredible. Now that touchdown ended up killing the Cleveland Browns in Bo's first Monday Night Football game of his career. And if you remember from yesterday, he was playing that game with a broken back. He was playing that game with a broken back and got it into that gap right there for a 93-yard touchdown. Now, another one that I know people are going to be saying it was up there in my honorable mentions. Nick Bonito's pick 6 against Cleveland as well. Amazing play. There's just so many. I wish I could name every single play that made me jump up and yell and scream because there were so many of them. But really, those 3 were the ones that I could pin down and say were the best, the most exciting to watch. Now, there were so many incredible moments this season. It was hard to pick my favorites, but I'd love to hear your guys' favorites. Please put in the comments what your guys' favorite plays of this season were, because I'm sure all of you have a different idea of What was the best? What was your favorite? What made you jump up? What made you scream? I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. Now, the Nuggets blew out the Dallas Mavericks last night, winning 118-99. On Sunday, these two teams played, and the Mavericks had a large lead for most of the game, but this game was the opposite, but they didn't give it up at the end. The Nuggets held as much as a 31-point lead, while the Mavericks' largest lead was 2 on the first shot. They made their first shot, and then the wheels fell off. They fell off. Jamal Murray, the man is alive. He turned up last night, scoring 45 points. 18 for 26 from the field and 5 for 9 from 3. Incredible numbers from Jamal Murray. That's the kind of championship Murray that we've seen in the past. This guy, he's still in there. He's still in there. Have hope. This could be another championship run this season. Now, Nikola Jokic recorded another triple-double, as he does. 10 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. And it's crazy that a 10-point, 14 rebound, and 10 assist game is kind of looked at as a bad game from Nikola Jokic. Most people don't ever get a triple-double, and he's doing it on an off day, basically. He didn't look like he was out there to play. He shot some 7 shots and still got a 10-point, 14 rebound, 10 assist triple-double. And not only that, but he became the fastest player to reach 15,000 points, 7,500 rebounds, and 5,000 assists, doing so in only 709 games. The previous fastest was Larry Bird at 799 games. That's a whole season difference of those incredible numbers. Whole season that he's beating out Larry Bird, one of the in most people's top 5 players of all time. He's doing it better than Larry Bird did by a whole season's margin. Now, the Nuggets are now 24 and 15, and the fourth in the West, only half a game behind the Grizzlies. They play again tonight against the Houston Rockets, another game that the Nuggets should be able to win. If you look back at it, they are not as good on the first night of back-to-backs, but on the second night, they're undefeated. So hopefully that stands tried and true. Again tonight against the Houston Rockets, they should be winning that game against the Rockets team, who is better than most people expected. But the Nuggets are still, they're a championship team until they get rid of Jokic, in my eyes, really. They are going to be a championship team until they get rid of Nikola Jokic. So I won't ever bet against the Nuggets while he is still playing there. Now, the Avalanche also had a great win last night. They came back against the New York Rangers late in the third period and closed out the game in OT, winning 3-2. Parker Kelly started off hot, scoring early in the first period. But after that, the Avs gave up 2 goals, going down 2-1. Didn't look good for the Avs until Mackinnon eventually tied up the game at 2-2 with only 2 minutes remaining in the game. Talk about clutch. But again, it doesn't get more clutch than Devon Toews. He showed up when it mattered most, scoring the game winner in overtime with less than 40 seconds remaining. I believe it was 36 seconds. Great play for Mackenzie Blackwood. Once again, he helped the Avs win again and again. Last night, he only allowed 2 goals on 29 shots, recording a .931 save percentage. The Avs are now 27-17-1 and sit only 2 points behind the Dallas Stars for third in the Central. And they play again tomorrow against the Edmonton Oilers. So again, great play from the Avalanche. This team is cooking right now. They're really playing well. They're looking to make a Stanley Cup run. And don't forget, these two teams, the Avalanche and the Nuggets, they are in a championship window. They are in that window right now, and they are doing everything that they can to not only get to the playoffs, but make a deep run. And they both, if they keep playing the way that they've played so far in 2025, they both can make a deep run. They really both can. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I do want to read some of your comments because I'm sure some of you guys have some great ideas of your favorite plays. Let's see. Roy, good to see you again. Good morning. 93-yard pass to Marvin Mims. Again, incredible. And then, that Nick Bonito pick 6. Let's see. That 43-yard pass to Franklin. Yeah, talk about a great play. Yeah, the playoffs, that was incredible. That right there on that first drive, when they started so hot, I was about to book my ticket to go play the Chiefs. It looked like it. It really did. If the Broncos could have kept playing like that, it would have been so much fun, and the Broncos would have came out with the win because you saw their defense was playing amazing in that first and second quarter, and then the wheels just fell off, and you get tired, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Now, let's see. Some of you talking about the Avs. Let's see. Mel, Joey, that comeback was insane last night. The Avs tie it with a minute left and then have to kill off a penalty in overtime, and then they win again in overtime with Toews. Lee's incredible. Devon Toews, he talk about clutch. That guy is clutch. The Avalanche are cooking. Again, like so far in 2025, they win one, they lose one, they win one, they lose one. Now they win one again. They just need to get on a streak. They need to start winning them in a row, get themselves hot, start feeling it out for playoffs. That's where their head should be at right now, winning games over and over. That's all they got to do. Just keep winning games in 2025. And again, they can make a deep run. That's where my head is right now. Our Avs can make a cup run for sure. For sure. I'm telling you, if they win the Stanley Cup, I will buy Mackenzie Blackwood. In fact, Trey, clip it right now. The producer, Trey, he's going to clip that. I'm going to play it. If they win the Stanley Cup, we can play that right now. I will buy a Mackenzie Blackwood jersey. I promise you that. This guy is important. He is so important and vital for this team. The Avs can win. And if they do, it will be because of him and because of the trades that they made in the season earlier, shipping out Georgiev and Annunen. Huge for the Avalanche. Huge. That's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. We'll be back with you guys again tomorrow. I want to talk more about the Broncos, what they can do in the draft, what they can look forward to next season, more of that. And then obviously we got a Avalanche playing tomorrow and then the Nuggets playing again tonight. So I'll be recapping the Nuggets and previewing the Avalanche, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your day and I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.